Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your Dark Mask Diva. Alright, so I wanted to talk about traits of bozos. If you guys don't know what a bozo is, because I talk about them all the time, but I've never been specific enough, a bozo is a certain type of loser. Okay, a bozo is kind of like a cross between a Dusty who is a drug addict. Okay, they're not always a drug addict, but they probably are. And they're specifically a drug addict who's kind of like a chronic weed smoker, but they're more like a drug addict of methamphetamines. That's usually the top two drugs that they like to do. So they are, they do methamphetamines and they smoke weed. But they probably tell you that they smoke weed, but that they hide the methamphetamines from you. Okay? So that's what they are. But the main thing about them, what makes them so bad, what makes them stand out as a bozo is, well, the fact that they're a clown, okay? But it's more that they're a predator, okay? And I mean, as a human being, they're a joke. That's why I call them a bozo. But it's the reason why I'm always on here making videos about them is because they're actually a predator you need to watch out for, okay? And I make fun of them, and I'm always on here talking about them and all this other stuff, and I laugh at them and all these things, but when at the end of the day, they're really no laughing matter, okay? They are the kind of people that you often have to involve law enforcement to get rid of. All right, so they're actually not funny at all, but they do clownish stuff. Okay, so I refer to them as bozos, because they're a joke. They do clownish stuff. They make fools out of themselves. They embarrass you. Okay, so bozo is the word that I refer to them as. All right, so bozos can be male or female. They can be have any sexual orientation. They can identify as anything. They can be any age. All right, they can approach you at any age. All right, bozos can be anything, just like successful people can be anything. Okay, they're like an equal opportunity type of person. The thing that stays consistent with bozos is they generally are addicted to methamphetamines, and they're like a friend, okay? But they're more interested in some kind of romantic relationship. Okay, so they have some kind of limerence when it comes to you. Okay, so it's not so much that they have a crush on you, but it's more like a delusional limerence type of thing where they grow obsessed with you and they become predatory in nature. All right, so this is the part where it stops being funny and starts being creepy. Okay, so what sets them apart from, your free-range meth head or tweaker or, just regular, methamphetamines addict is the fact that they are targeting you specifically. Okay, because we know people like that, and my school of thought is not all drug addicts are bad people. Some people just have a chemical dependence, all right, and they have problems and they just need help. Okay, these people are making themselves your problem. That's the difference between the bozo and somebody who just needs help, okay? Because some people just need help, all right? These people are on a path of self-destruction. They don't want to get off the path, and they just want to they're coming from a place of lack, and they want to pull you into their problem. They want to make their problem your problem. They They don't want to be fixed, but they want to. You're a person who is, you're a winner. All right, you're a winner, and they want to get in your way and sabotage your path to success. Okay, so that's what sets them apart from other meth heads and tweakers who are just destroying their own lives. And I know this is really sad and this is really a dark topic, but it kind of needs to be talked about, okay? Because you really need to watch out for these people. So this is when they get you, okay? There are times in our lives where we're kind of at a crossroads in our lives, where we're more vulnerable in our lives. Times, how can I say this? Sometimes we've just ended a relationship, or we've moved to another city, or we're in between decisions. We're going from high school to college, or we're just changing. We're going through some kind of change in our life. Okay, so we feel uncertain of our identity somehow, or what we're doing with our lives. Okay, bozos. Well, anybody can look at anybody and sense insecurity or uncertainty, or that someone just isn't feeling like themselves. Okay, so anybody can do this. Anybody, because that's just our animal nature, that we can sense this in another person. Okay, so what happens is a bozo, pardon me, a bozo can look and they can sense it in you. They can sense that a normally strong, driven, success-minded person is faltering a little bit and is having kind of a weak moment. That's when they pounce on you. And what they do is they pounce on you to distract you with their antics, okay, to kind of entertain you, okay, but they're distracting you because they want to pull you aside and derail you from whatever you're doing to pay attention to them, okay, and you're like, well, what do they want? They're seeking validation from you, okay, because you're somebody who basically should not be giving them the time of day. Okay, because you're one of those people where you're one of life's winners. They're one of life's losers. You're one of life's winners. Okay? So, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze for a minute there. I'm getting over something. So, they want to kind of take you away from your path, and they want you to focus your attention on them. Okay, they're trying to take something that really doesn't belong to them, which is your focus. Okay, they want something good out of life, and the only thing they can do is basically steal it, just like they steal everything else. Like, they may have a job for a day, but because they can never sustain gainful employment. Okay, but they will get fired for stealing on their first day on the job. That is a straight up bozo thing. So the only way they could actually ever get anything in life is from stealing. Somebody like you doesn't belong, to them. So they just basically want to steal you away from somebody who deserves you. Okay, that's a straight up bozo thing. So they're stealing you away from somebody who deserves you. Okay, and even if you don't want to be with somebody, you deserve yourself. You deserve your self-respect. You deserve your own time. You deserve to be able to pay attention to something else, anything else that's not them. Right? So they're trying to take your focus, away from something else that deserves your attention. And you know what? Even your phone deserves your attention more than they do. Even, like scrolling through Instagram deserves your attention more than they do. All right, the last thing you should do is be paying attention to them, but you will pay attention to them because they're just, they're hyped up on the tweak, right? And they're just lively and they're entertaining you and they're just, sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but they're hyper because they're on a drug that's spiking their dopamine levels up so high that you can't help but pay attention to them because they're like their eyes are all bugged out and they're all like talking a mile a minute and they won't shut up. And I'm pretty sure you've been around somebody like that who's just like tweaking out of their mind, and they're talking really fast, and they're like, I can't, it's exhausting trying to act like one of them. But they're so, sometimes they can be so entertaining and engaging because you're a little bit depressed right now. You're not feeling like yourself. You're going through something. So they're a distraction from the sense of discomfort you're feeling right now. Okay. And you're not feeling like yourself. So you are feeling slightly insecure. You're having a hard time focusing on what you're supposed to be doing. They are a distraction for you. Okay. You're not feeling quite right now. Now, normally these people would not be a problem for you. Okay. But right now they are. Right now they are. We go through these phases of life where we're more vulnerable than other times. But these people, you have these tiny glimmers of clarity where you're like, I really shouldn't be hanging around this person. But at the time, they may, talk you into being friends with them because they're hanging around you all the time. They may hook you into being in a relationship with them. But once you are into the relationship, you're going to have these glimmers of clarity where when you're in the relationship, you're going to spend almost the entire relationship trying to figure out how to get away from them. Okay, because you're smart, right? And, people are going to be saying things to you. They're going to be dropping little hints to you. People are going to be making jokes. And you know how I feel about jokes. When people make jokes, they're not joking. And you know that. People make jokes, and people just come right out and say stuff sometimes. Like, what are you doing with a loser like that? And sometimes they don't even say ha ha ha. Sometimes they just come out and like say what they mean. Some people don't even mince words. They're not even playing around like, you shouldn't be with that person or whatever. Like, some people just tell it like it is, right? Excuse me. But yeah, hey, I still make content when I'm not feeling well. I can't stop making content. But some people will just come out and tell you, yeah, you shouldn't be with that loser, like, seriously. And because what happens is after a while, the bozo starts embarrassing you. Okay, they start bothering you at work. They start bothering you at school, and everyone's like, "Ew, who's that?" And you're trying to maintain dignity. You're trying to maintain a professional demeanor, and here's this bozo, and they're just always embarrassing you all the time, and you're like, I really need to get rid of them before they completely ruin my image, and they sabotage me making money, and they sabotage everything that I'm trying to do, because you see that that's what they're doing. Real talk. That is what they're doing, because and they're hovering over you like a bodyguard. People think they're your bodyguard because they just keep hovering over you and acting possessive. People like this, their mindset is they think they own you. Yeah, because that's just their limited mindset. In their mind, you're a piece of property to them. All right, that's exactly how they think. So they're hovering over you like they own you. They're just trying to keep other people from getting close to you. They're trying to isolate you. Okay, that's exactly what they're trying to do. So, and they're predators. They're trying to keep you from moving forward in life. They're trying to brainwash you. They're trying to they're trying to slowly, tell you, oh, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that, and they're trying to keep you from getting ahead in life. They're trying to keep you from being successful because they just want you to be with them. Okay, they don't want you to achieve your dreams. They just want you to be there for them and be there to validate them all the time. All right, they really don't care about you. So that's basically what a bozo is. They're just they're in your way, and they're just losers. Okay, so that's all I really have to say about this at this point. I just wanted to describe them a little bit, and I will see you in the next content. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.